Hi, this episode we're going to talk about the holidays. I thought it interesting. I was talking to Tom, and his business is slower in December. And in January, he's just slammed because everybody wants to know what to expect for the new year. And I'm the opposite. December is incredibly busy for me because people miss their loved ones. And January, it's kind of crickets, which I appreciate because that's my birthday month. But it's this time of year, I talk to a lot of people about their loved ones and what they can do for them for the holidays to memorialize them and include them, because what creates more activity with the other side is actually engaging with them and recognizing that they're still here.
Well, I would imagine your connection to those who have passed becomes stronger because the emotions of the people that are here that have lost the person they want to speak to is stronger because the memories are always the strongest during the holidays, especially Christmas time.
Takes you back to childhood.
And you always said you find a lot of people who pass through the holidays. They pass at that time.
Yes.
And I have someone I know that his dad passed last year, right just before Christmas. And
winter, much like the seasons, seems to take people out who don't feel like there's anything to live for or to be here for in a new year.
Right.
It doesn't make sense for them to enter it. So they do tend to die around Christmas and Thanksgiving, and that makes it even harder when they do die at that time. My dad did not, but his birthday is Christmas Eve. So that's another angle. People want to talk to them for their birthdays or the anniversaries. But during the holidays, a great way to connect with somebody that you love, especially the men love this, save them a chair at the dinner table. They love it when you save them a chair and you acknowledge that that's for them. Also, like for my dad, I'll play some music that he liked to listen to during the holidays. My grandmother, I always baked blueberry muffins for Thanksgiving because when I was a little girl, I'd go to her house and she'd have a basket of blueberry muffins that she baked just for me to nibble on and kind of drag on her apron while she cooked all day.
Well, you also said that family members that have passed keep the ornament that's their ornament and put on the tree.
Yes, and they like it when you buy additional funny ornaments that remind you of them and add them to the tree. And when I do readings, they'll often come through and say, I saw my new ornament, I like it. And children who pass like their baby ornaments and their childhood ornaments being put on the tree as well.
Well, it's also nice for us who are still here who lose someone in the family to sort of feel that they're with us when we do that, because not only are they knowing that this is happening, but for us, we're acknowledging that they're still around, they haven't left.
They're still part of us,
Yes.
They're still part of our lives. And that's so important. And so if you miss somebody during the holidays, make their recipes for dinner, tell stories about them to your children. Some of them like it when you buy them, especially on Father's Day. They say, still get me a card. You're not an orphan.
Yes.
I'd like to see it. It's not that I'm going to take it anywhere, but I want to see the card and know that I'm still included as your dad.
Yeah.
So the holidays, there tends to be a lot of activity around the living through the dead. And it's a good time when you go to sleep to ask for a visit as well and say, I recognize that you're well, you're vibrant, you're not in the state that you were in when you passed, and I'm ready for that visit now. Because it's our perspective of them that can act as a wall and block them from coming through to us. So it's not that they're not there, it's just more difficult to get through to the people who are in pain or are still scarred by how they looked after they died. We get hung up in that vision of them and can't quite get past it. And if we can't get past their death, they don't feel like we're going to be able to connect with who they really are.
Right.
So,
well, astrologically, there's two signs that rule the holidays. The first is Sagittarius during Thanksgiving, and then Capricorn at Christmas. And what's interesting about Sagittarius as the sign and symbol of the Thanksgiving time is that it is the overindulgent sign of the zodiac. It's like doing things in a big way. And it's so funny because at Thanksgiving we eat like beyond imagination of something we could never really consume on a daily basis.
We hunt and gather.
We hunt and gather. So that's the one thing is we overeat, for one, gluttonously, and then we gather everybody, so many people together. We put a lot of activity into planning, putting family together, and we also have this thing now with shopping and Black Friday. So now it's like we're shopping beyond imagination and buying as much as we can and these kinds of things. But it's interesting because when Christmas happens, is Capricorn starts just about 3 days before Christmas, and then it goes in a completely different direction because Capricorn rules tradition, and this is where we get very traditional. And it's in my forecast this month, toward the end of my forecast, that not only is the sun in Capricorn, but the moon will be in Capricorn on Christmas Day. So that means we don't want to veer off anything new and innovative. We want everything the way we always do it during Christmas. So don't get fancy, change recipes, or decide you're going to change the routine of Christmas because people won't like it.
And with Capricorn being a very serious sign.
Yes, it is serious.
Have a glass of wine, lighten up a little bit. A double Capricorn can be a real pill. And so you don't want the conversation amongst your family to turn to sad things, to how things don't work out, or who ruined the family, who broke us. Make sure you make a mental note not to do that, because the aspects are dictating that that's exactly what people are going to want to make a left turn and derail the Christmas spirit. So don't do that.
Don't put on the serious music, put on the fun music.
Fun movies, A Christmas Story. Don't put on anything that's going to bring your party
Just
down.
lighten it up. This Christmas with double Capricorn, it needs to be lightened up a bit.
That's a good message. And then with New Year's Eve, following right after that, still in Capricorn, I know the moon will change, but will the other aspects be pretty much the same?
They'll pretty much be the same,
So might be a somber New Year's Eve this year. Who knows? We'll find out. Well, thank you. I hope that our segment on the holidays gives you something to think about, and also a constructive way to include your loved one in your life. And remember, do something positive and upbeat for them. That makes them happy. Talk to them, engage with them. Do something that would make them feel like you get who they were and they impacted your life in some small way. We all carry them with us. And don't take the left turn to Bah Humbugsville in that double Capricorn. All be merry, all will be bright, and I hope you have a happy holiday. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.